LDBC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, folks. Oh, Angie is at it again. Oh, Angie is at it again. Angela Magana cannot shut the hell up. And I'm just going to tell y'all, right now, okay? I'm going to stop after this video. I'm going to be very selective on how I report on this girl. Like, matter of fact, I'm not going to even call her Angela Magana. I ain't going to call her that. Her new name is Ass Whoop Girl. No, Ass Whooped Woman. Yeah, AWW. That's her name. Ass Whooped Woman. Okay? And clearly, guys, you can see by looking at some of the photographs here in this video, you can see that this girl has a history of getting her ass whooped. I mean, look at her, man. Hey, y'all see this photograph right here with the red box around it? She looked like she running from Jason Voorhees on Friday the 13th. Here, let me find that Friday the 13th theme song. Here you go right here. She looked like she running from Jason Voorhees, man. Good grief. Hey, you tell, boy, she was getting her ass. I think this when Jessica I beat her ass. But look at this, man. She got submitted by Stephanie Egnet, which she was actually winning that fight, and Stephanie managed to submit her. And then she got punched in the jaw and right in the face by Jessica I. Michelle Watterson, man, look. I think Michelle Watterson should have got arrested for beating Angela Magana ass that bad. I'm telling y'all, that was an ass whooping. Now, if y'all want to go look at any ass whoopings in women's MMA, that was probably one of the most brutal ass whoopings in women's MMA when Michelle Watterson beat the living hell out of Angela Magana. God almighty, it was fun too. I watched it right before I made this video. But listen, man, ass whooped woman, that's her new name, AWW. Ass whooped woman. She's an opportunist, okay? She really, you know, she's even challenged Cris Cyborg, okay, to a BJJ match. Like, are you serious? You know, you would think that she would just shut her damn mouth. You would think that, okay, listen, Cyborg punched me in the jaw. I know Cyborg is the most dangerous woman on the planet. Listen, I better just go ahead and just fall back and stop aggravating this woman because you know what? At the end of the day, I just won't get an ass whooping. Nope. Angela Magana still want to run her mouth. She still want to talk. And here go the tweet right here. You know, this the tweet. It is right here. And she says, listen, I challenged Cyborg to a jiu-jitsu match because of weight difference with the gi and no time limit. So you don't want a time limit, okay? A gi, okay, yeah, you're going to make Cyborg put on a gi. But you don't want a time limit. So you're going to give Cyborg an infinite amount of time to beat your ass on the mat. I mean, see, somebody not thinking, okay? Somebody is honestly not thinking. Because what somebody doing at her gym, somebody hyping her head up. Look, now you can't stand with Cyborg. Hell no, that's not going to happen. But, you know, if you get Cyborg to the mat, hell, you could beat Cyborg's ass. Yeah. And somebody telling her that. Somebody telling her that. Somebody is pretty much putting that in her ear. Okay? And honestly, I don't even think Angela Magana probably serious. I think this is another tactic of still trolling Cris Cyborg. Now, isn't that funny? You know, Cris Cyborg is arrested. Okay, she gets arrested, but Angela Magana is still, you know, able to go home in the privacy of her own home and continue, you know, online trying to troll this girl. I mean, you know, what actually is the person being trolled supposed to do? Okay, I'm just going to be honest with y'all, okay? People like Cris Cyborg, they're not built for social media. They just not built for it, okay? Like, she's built to beat people in the octagon. But see, I'm talking about, like, mental and temperament-wise, it takes a special kind of person to deal with idiots online. Like, people like me, for example, okay? I don't care about people trolling me. It doesn't bother me. Like, you know what I can do? You know, I've sometimes trolled the troller. Yeah, I have. I won't lie. I've trolled a person trying to troll me before. I've found out their information. I've sent them photographs of their houses. I've done stuff like that. But see, you have to be built for this, okay? Social media, this generation, you have to be built for it. If you're not built for it, then yeah, you'll get ate alive. And people are saying it's just words as people typing. But see, it's what's being typed, and it's the power in those words that certain people, they let those words have power over them. And we all respond to trolls. All of us have. We have before. We responded to trolls. We have. Hell, I responded to one in real life. A troll that tried to come see me, you know, and he pissed his pants. He peed in all of his pants because see, it gets real when they come from behind the keyboard. And see, when that troll comes from behind the keyboard, and then you deal with them, and you put a 45 in a person's mouth, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna shoot you and I'm gonna squeeze the trigger. See, then the troll, what they want to do is they want to scream that you assaulted them, or they want to scream that you're threatening them, But all along they're invading your privacy. Is what they're doing. That's what trolls try to do. They want to invade you, and when you deal with them accordingly, then they want to go run to the police because most trolls are cowards. Most people who troll people, they're cowards. Deep down inside of them, they're cowards and they're notorious underachievers. Here's an example of a troll. Angela Magana. She's an underachiever. This girl is 11-8. She's on a 4-fight losing streak. The last time this damn girl won a fight was what? Back in 2011? She's been getting her ass whooped for over 6 years. Okay? She's a notorious underachiever. She got all the makings of a troll. And they lack a lot of self-confidence. They lack a lot of they have self-image problems. Why you think this girl, all she do is take her clothes off? Because somebody probably told her she looked good. They lied to her. I'm just saying. That's all she got. Her fighting skills are below average. Okay? She's almost an average fighter. Look, 3 more losses, this girl will be an average fighter. Okay? Everything about this woman is average. And so when you get somebody like that, she got a mouthpiece. She got a mouthpiece, so she know how to verbalize herself to be a nuisance. And that's where she is, a nuisance. Okay? So Cris Cyborg will probably, she's, got arrested, but she's still allowed to go home and do the same thing. Okay? See, how is that really justice? And Cyborg dealt with the problem the best way she knew how to do with it. Okay? Cyborg dealt with the problem. Because people like Angela Magana, they don't really care about being exposed. They don't care about that because they look at all this stuff as free publicity. That's what they do. Okay? And unfortunately, she picked the right person. See, she could have trolled anybody else and probably everybody else would have actually had restraint. They probably wouldn't have done it because they probably would have saw exactly what she was doing. Cris Cyborg is a real one. She was like, look, if you want to do this, let's do this, okay? Let's stop all this talking. Let's do this. See, that's how Cris Cyborg is wired. So it is what it is. But then, of course, you get, Mr., Whisker Biscuit, bald-headed himself, Dana White. And how you guys like this new hairstyle that I put on Dana White? I'm always giving him a new hairstyle, but how you guys like that? Yeah, I think some of y'all going to cry about it, but who gives a damn what y'all think? So Dana White says, obviously, we're looking into that. And it's very serious, White said. Yeah, right. We'll see what happens. This is the thing that the district attorney and the police are handling right now. There's way more to that than just what I am thinking about it. End quote, bald-headed ass Dana White. Okay, folks, more than what he's thinking. Let's try to figure out what he's thinking, okay? Now, there are probably 2 modalities that Dana White could be thinking about this. The first modality, Dana White could probably be thinking to himself, good. This is my opportunity to get rid of Cyborg ass. This is my opportunity to get her ass out of the UFC, away from me. Okay, this is my opportunity. I got it. I'm going to take it. But I kind of have to think about that for a minute because she hadn't gotten fired. She hadn't been released yet. She hasn't been released yet. So evidently Dana White maybe has a plan for Cyborg. I don't know what his plans are. Okay? But I would also advise Dana White against releasing Cyborg because of this. Cris Cyborg got an airtight case, y'all. Look, she's been sexually harassed on the job. Okay? She has been the victim of racially discriminating jokes on the job. And now you have somebody, and of course everybody know, okay? They've been knowing that this girl has been bullying Cris Cyborg for 2 years. They know this. Has anybody reprimanded? Has anybody reprimanded Angela Magana? Has anybody talked to Angela Magana about bullying Cyborg on the job? No. They work for the same company. Absolutely not. So she has been allowed to be bullied on the job, sexually discriminated against, okay, or sexual harassed, and racially discriminated against, okay? This thing comes up every time I start. I ain't shutting down nothing. Okay, but yeah, she's been allowed to have these things happen to her. She had an airtight case, and Cris Cyborg could actually sue the UFC, and she probably would win. And if I'm Cyborg, that's the route I would go. If Dana White, if they're trying to get me out of there, I'm suing. Okay, I would sue. I would definitely sue. And Cris would win. She would win. Because all the proof is online. Every bit of proof is online, okay? All the proof is online. And this girl, you know, she pretty much, man, she's pretty much putting it out there so everybody can see. It's there. You can type it in. You can find it. Cris Cyborg, they got an airtight case. Here, Cris, use this damn video. Use all my videos about this, Cris. Okay? I hooked you up. Use all my videos and go show it to somebody. That's what you do. I'm trying to tell y'all. But then, you know, also, meanwhile, you got Jessica Andrade, who basically, she said, look, I'm tired of all this talk. My girl Cris Cyborg can't fight you, okay? My girl Cyborg can't fight you, but I can fight you. Gabby Garcia, they can't fight you, but I'll fight you, okay? And here it is, okay? So she said she volunteered to hit her inside the octagon. But here's one thing with that, too. See, my thing is, okay, Jessica, what do you think the UFC is going to do? You think that they're going to put you in there with, what, Angie Magana, what is she ranked, number 80th? Hell, you think they're going to put you in there? But then again, this is the UFC. They can do what they want to do. They probably will put her in there. Or they could make something happen. Because there's still a fighter in the UFC right now who's on a 3-fight losing streak. And somehow she still managed to be ranked number 5. Okay, how you going to explain that? So if the UFC can do that, and if the UFC can keep somebody in there who's on a 2-fight losing streak, okay, they still rank number 3, then I guess the UFC could put Jessica Andrade in there with Angela Magana. I mean, can't they do that since they're already keeping 2 fighters ranked who they got 5 losses between them? How you going to explain that? I tell y'all, boy, good grief. But you know, hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. This is what it has come to. But you guys tell me what you think. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.